Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Eric Best, I'm the CEO at Mercent, and very pleased to have with me Soren Mills, who's the Chief Marketing Officer at Newegg. And we're going to spend a few minutes here today at Internet Retailer Conference and Exhibition 2014 talking about Newegg's marketplace programs. You have some prepared comments and content that you're going to walk through. So why don't you do that, and I'll come back and we'll do a little Q&A after the session.
Great, terrific.
Okay,
Thank you. Thanks, Eric. Great to be here. Terrific. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the introduction. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. I wanted to share a little bit about Newegg and about specifically around our marketplace, and talk with you about some of our programs and share some of the insights that we have as a consumer electronics and IT leader with a really robust marketplace that fits within our specialty retail offerings. So let me start by just talking a little bit about kind of, I guess, the nature of the market in e-commerce and what, as many sellers and retailers know, it's a very challenging environment, and no one sees that any more than we do in consumer electronics and IT. We know it's a fierce battle for customers out there, and that it's challenging to get margins, and we really view marketplace as our opportunity to go into partnership with our sellers to develop the market and develop e-commerce together, and that's really where we're focused as a business. I think one of the interesting things that is Newegg, we've had over 13 years of e-tail and e-commerce experience, and we bring that specialty experience to our marketplace for our customers. We have a really unique audience, so we have over 26 million customers on our site. We have over 17 million unique visits every month in terms of our traffic. So we have a large, robust site, and we really serve a very broad customer base, but one that really is born from our heritage as a text-focused reseller. So we serve that community. We start with that kind of specialty product environment and have moved on over the years into selling a much broader assortment, but have really kept that focus on serving our core tech community over time. This gives us a unique view into consumer electronics and the IT market. And I want to use that market to describe a little bit about, really to set up some of the challenges I think that many retailers see in other markets, but that consumer electronics is really on the cutting edge of that. It's a huge market, 143 billion in sales, but it's really challenged in terms of the growth. So we know that everybody in that market is really figuring out how do we fight for share within that. If we look at the kind of categories that are winning, we see some real growth categories and opportunities, things like streaming products and associated products with Bluetooth products, digital wearable products and digital fitness products are really going. PC has been a little bit challenging the last few years, and cameras, as we've seen the growth of, obviously the growth of the phones and so forth. So there are some real winners, and it's really important as you're thinking about partnership, think about what's a partner that really has a view on the market and can help you and guide and navigate what are the right areas to make investments as you go forth into e-commerce. So if we look at Newegg, again, as I mentioned, we have over 25 million, 26 million now customers. We have over 3 million product reviews on the site, over 1.8 million social fans. Our email list is robust at over 8.5 million. We've got year-over-year growth in terms of mobile of over 50%. So our site and our experience continues to grow, both what we're selling as Newegg.com, but really as we look at our marketplace growth, which is now growing at over triple digits year-over-year. It's a very robust and growing part of our business. So we look at how do we go to market and how do we serve our customers. We really take a three-pronged approach to building and serving the customers in our business. The first is really built around commerce. We're focused on the logistics, the fulfillment operations. We have fulfillment operations across the country. We've invested in and are opening our 4th warehouse this year. We share those capabilities with our marketplace partners. So Ship by Newegg allows us to house your products and to ship them out. We also are really focused on everything from all the different payment methods. That's expected today in e-commerce. The commerce part of what we're doing is really the bread and butter of e-commerce. The second part is really developing robust content. So our content on our site, both from what we include on our product detail page and for what we're putting forward into our just kind of all the different kinds of guides, buying guides, whether it's brand content information. We really want to create a robust and engaging content experience for our customers. And then the third part is really our community, and that's really the heart of our brand. You know, our customers love to come to our site because they know that people who know technology shop on our site. So even if you're not tech savvy, you know to come to Newegg to buy because you have confidence, because you know the tech savvy people are there to buy. And the community is really the heart of our brand. And it extends not just from the consumer electronics platforms, but across all of the product categories that we sell, because people know that people who know technology buy from Newegg, and that they know where they should shop, and so then they have confidence in buying from the Newegg shopping experience. So the community, content, and commerce are really our three key strategic pillars. If you look at our customers and how we think about the site and the experience, we're really focused not just on how do we drive a sale today, but really how do we engage customers through the funnel. So anymore, customers are not just coming to e-commerce sites just to buy. They're coming there also to do a lot of research and to look and find out the information in the pre-purchase phase, so further up in the funnel. So this whole research time is really where we need to create an engaging experience on the site that is not just focused around how are we driving that sale today, but thinking about how do we engage in the customer throughout the shopping process, ultimately ending in a sale, but really providing more rich information for them all the way through the funnel. Over 42% of customers, based on branded research, only use a retailer for the research and the information in buying. So we really want to make sure that we have a rich experience for that, and we invest in that in the site. So if you look at how, as we think about the customer, there are three different ways that we think about building the context on the site so that the customer has a great and engaging experience. The first is really looking at the behavior of the customer. Where are they coming from? What channel have they come in through? What is their browsing experience? All that we can give them a more personalized and dynamic merchandising environment so that they are more likely to be engaged and they're seeing products and offerings that are more relevant to them. This is a great opportunity for sellers to think about what are the kinds of customers that you really are looking for in the category, and how can we target those customers with those products. The second area that we look at is really looking at the device context. So where is the customer engaging? Are they on a mobile device? Their needs, and if they're within the app, are a little bit different than if they're just engaging from a desktop and they're on the full version of the site. And so we really change our experience based on the content and based on the context of the device that the customer is engaged with. And then the third area is really the voice of the customer, you know, where we're really listening every day to what customers are saying in social media, to what customers are telling us through Opinion Lab and some of our feedback tools on the site, what they're saying in our customer service environment. We bring all of that together in order to hear what the customer, respond to it quickly, and deliver a world-class customer service. So those three things really help us create the total environment and serve our over 26 million customers. Our customers span all kinds of different segments. So we have customers who are looking more for finished goods. We have customers who are more DIY or kind of enthusiast driven. We have customers who are seasonal shoppers or looking for deals, and we have a large and growing B2B customer base. So you have the opportunity to sell to a whole variety of customers in different segments, and we target those and provide different products and different content based on those segments. If we think about how we really create a great selling environment for customers, we're really focused on creating an in-depth experience that really brings to life that commerce, content, and context strategy. And one of the ways that we do that is really going in depth and building out everything that sits around a category. So not just having the products that's there, but really having the community and having the content that sits around that category. A great example of that is Game Crate. So we launched Game Crate this year, where we provide new editorial content. We provide daily news about gaming. It really is a home for customers to come and experience everything gaming, and they also have the opportunity to buy the hardware and the product. And we're going to look over time at how do we build more and more of these kinds of in-depth categories that bring together the content, the news, the information, along with the products to sell to customers. So we'll be moving into digital lifestyle, we'll have that context, we'll be moving into wearables and fitness kinds of products, so that we have all that content and information for customers that's not just merchandised from a product-centric viewpoint, but really is merchandised from a customer-centric viewpoint. That'll give us a great opportunity to highlight all the different categories we have and all the different sellers and bring the content and the products to life in a new and engaging environment for consumers. As we look at thinking about other kinds of products that we're developing in categories, we also really focus on developing the category around our core IT products, where we have real depth of content and community. We see strength in VGA cars, we see strength in our key component areas, and all of those are, again, our in-depth content and community that we have that really helps drive those product sales. And we've seen other categories, as I said, around wearables, where we see tremendous growth. Again, the customer has a lot of offerings there and is really looking for more content and information that help drive the sales. And we, as a specialty retailer, can really focus on developing that content, which both works for our marketplace as well as for our core product sales. So if you think about how we build the experience, we take all of this learning that we've had over the last 13 years in e-commerce, and that we have in operating as an e-commerce leader, and bring that to our marketplace experience and share that with our sellers, because we really think that partnership is the core and the key to developing a great marketplace. And so all of our things, from whether it's our reviews programs, to Ship by Newegg, to our events and our hybrid centers, to our Egg Points program or our Extra Hot Deals, are all programs that we learned and we brought to our core e-commerce offering that we share with our marketplace partners, because we really view it not as a competitive environment, but as a partnership environment with our marketplace partners. So we support the retail brand experience as part of that. We want to have a growing and positive retail brand experience for our sellers, so that their brand is there in front of our customers, and that we have a great environment and merchandise experience for our sellers to sell within. We think that positioning really puts us positioned uniquely in the marketplace. So our partnership, our personalized service, the depth of products that we offer and that we do across categories, the power of the brands and the marketing investments that we make to help and grow categories are all the reasons that Newegg is, I think that we bring a new, fresh approach to building marketplaces. You look at our road ahead and where we think, as we look to growth and where e-commerce is going, where we see our partnerships going in our marketplace, there are really 5 areas. First is we really focus on being partners, not working as competitors. We deploy and we focus with data, which we bring to our sellers and our whole marketplace, as well as for what we're doing on the site to help drive our commerce and experience. We're focused on Commerce Plus, really building out the community and the content in addition to what we do on the commerce side. We know when we serve our audience, we're very clear and we're very focused about what our audience is delivering. We have a unique audience at Newegg. With over our 25 million customers, we're very focused on what the products they're looking for and how we bring new product offerings to them. And then we're engaged through the funnel, so our site is not just about conversion, but it's really engaged for the total customer journey, from research through to sales. So the power of the Newegg marketplace really brings all of this together. We have a world of customers, so we've announced that we are going global as Newegg. We have a global marketplace now, so the opportunity is not just in the US, but it's really to sell and work with partners around the world and customers around the world. Fulfillment by Newegg is now a global shipping opportunity, so we're able to get your products all over the world from the US. We have a premier program that we'll have also internationally that gives us overseas reach. We have the lowest commissions. We have a unique audience, and as we look to grow our business, we're going into ever increasing not only geographic markets but businesses. We just announced today that we have a business-to-business marketplace that we're going into. So there's an opportunity to sell not just to our large B2C audience, but to all the small and medium-sized businesses that Newegg sells to as well. So all of those things together really create a robust Newegg offering, and thank you for the opportunity to be able to come and share that with you today. So,
hey, okay, Soren, thanks a lot. So fantastic content. Just thinking about this opportunity through the lens of the Mercent retail customer, talk a little bit about near-term and then longer-term strategy and vision for the marketplace program. I guess, one obvious question that comes to mind is, where are the categories where you're active and focused today, and where do you expect to see expansion over the course of the next 12 months?
Yeah, so the way we look at it is that, and the way that we see Marketplace is that we've got a great community and a great set of customers that grew up on the back of consumer electronics and IT component products and so forth. But as the customers got to know the Newegg commerce experience, they really clamored for more and more products that bring that commerce experience to them across additional categories. And so that's the reason we launched Marketplace, is really consumers wanted us to do that. And so we've been really excited to offer ever more, kind of widening circle of product offerings and categories to customers. So, initially we had a lot of sellers who were in consumer electronics and IT, but now we've started to move out from there and have seen whether it's home, whether it's personal fashion, whether it's home automation or wearable technologies, or going into things like auto parts or 3D printing and categories that are all around it. We're really expanding that circle. So I think we have specialty product categories that we focus in, but we also have broader offerings like jewelry that our customers really respond to. So for us, it's really about offering as many different kind of categories and products as possible, and then we see where our customers respond to that.
Yeah.
It helps us bring in new customers, but then also lets us serve our customers that we have today.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Okay, and so I appreciated the commerce content community model.
Yeah.
As we look at the two other than commerce, you talked a lot about social engagement on the site. What are the opportunities for a marketplace seller to participate in either the explicit merchandising or promotional activities on the marketplace or on the broader site?
Yeah.
And then do some of those social engagement opportunities extend to third-party sellers?
Sure.
How's that work?
Yeah. So yes and yes. I mean, first of all, we have a lot of opportunities on the site. So there are great opportunities for promotional programs, for doing advertising programs, for content-driven programs on the site, and then from a community standpoint, in our social engagement, we are that's one thing about our partnership is we're very happy to work with our sellers on creating those programs. So for instance, if you're a 3D printing seller and are looking to how do we get that story out, we would partner together, because it's really about developing that category together, and we'd create a roadmap and a program that markets and helps develop that, not just inside the Newegg audience, but outside the Newegg audience as well. And so whether that's on through our Facebook or Twitter programs, or whether it's about bringing content that's already out there about it into the site that we can that can kind of be engaged with customers there. So we're open to open to both those.
Okay. And on the other front, when you think about content, one of the ways I think about that is in terms of the data requirements that merchants face as they're bringing their catalogs online.
Right.
Can you just talk a little bit about the onboarding process for a new marketplace seller? What does that look like in terms of product data and order data? What would a typical retailer expect as they engage with you, with Mercent's help, of course?
Right. Yes.
Coming on board.
Well, first of all, I mean, Mercent's a great partner to help us with that. So we appreciate that. We have dedicated onboarding teams. So our approach is very personalized. So I think we have dedicated onboarding teams who will work with sellers as an account and help guide through that process. We work very quickly to get categories developed. We take a very hands-on, personalized approach to doing that. So I think each situation is different depending upon the data and the stage of development that each retailer's in. But you can expect to work on both the technical integration as well as working on then what's the activation plan and marketing plan together.
Can you give us any more information about kind of the typical profile of that third-party merchant? And I guess if you have any off the cuff here, just recent success stories in terms of new sellers that may have come on board.
So we've got our profile is we've done really well with partners who've got either specialty category or really long tail kind of products that are brand new offerings to our site. So one of the things is that we've got because we're just launching and we've doubled our partners over the last year that we've added in, that means that there's a lot of new categories that we're offering. So whether it's home appliances, whether it's auto parts, there are tons of categories that are new that our customers are really responding to as they start to see the products going. Fitness equipment is a great example. We've just brought on Icon, and they're doing fantastically well for us. We can bring that assortment to our customers, and they respond, and they love the products. So.
Yeah, that's great. One other question for you. So when our customers think about marketplace selling, obviously the conversion's happening in a third-party shopping cart. Talk a little bit about how you acquire customers. I think you hit on some of this already in terms of the social and community aspects of your strategy. As a retailer considering this as a channel, how do I think about this relative to other elements of my marketing mix?
Yeah. So one thing is, Newegg's got a unique audience that's on the site today. So we have a really distinctive audience. They're a great audience because they're very vocal, and we treat them like a community. So when they see products that they like and they have an experience that they like, they tell everybody about it. And so it's a great way to get your product out there, just really with that group and that audience. So that's the first thing I'd say, is that the audience that's on Newegg today is really unique. We're very active with them. We have a great CRM program. We have a lot of great email opportunities with them, so there's a great opportunity to engage and talk to that audience, which is a terrific acquisition approach for our partners. The second thing is about then feeding the funnel with new customer acquisition, and we're very active. We're very active in terms of our online marketing program. So we have great digital marketing channels. We invest a lot in bringing customers to the site. We also get a lot of customers through our SEO programs because we have such a large site, because we're so big. As the second largest pure play, we've got a great footprint. We've been around a long time, so we get great SEO credit. So there's a lot of traffic that comes to the site that way. We also engage the community and build categories through events, through our participation in different specialty communities, whether it's with our gaming audience or in a broader audience. So we are out there actively building categories with brands that drive product sales. And so those are through those PR and social activities, we bring a lot of new customers and make a lot of investments to bring new customers into the site. So.
And as you mentioned, that really provides an opportunity for our clients to access a different demographic, a different target customer than they might find through other channels.
Exactly, and our new customer growth is, we're well into the double digits in new customer growth, and they're coming to the site. So that's we invest in that, and it's a great thing. It brings our mutual partners a lot of benefits.
Yeah, that's great. Well, listen, on behalf of Mercent, thanks so much, Soren.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the content today.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.